All right, guys, got another update on the project. We finally have beer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 5 drink orders. One of them, the first one, will be from this dispenser, which you've seen before in previous videos. The rest are going to be beers perfectly dispensed from that tap over there. So let's give it a go. All right, so like I said, the first drink that I ordered is going to be just out of the normal drink dispenser. So again, you would put mixed drinks in here. You could do a heated dispenser and maybe put some hot chocolate or coffee, anything you want. That'll be on the right side of the desk over here. On the left side of the desk, you'll have an array of taps, which you could put cold brews, or in this case, I have Corona in there. So we can see we've perfectly dispensed our liquid out of our dispenser here. And now we're going to come back and grab a cup and go over and pour ourselves a perfect beer. So for this first beer pour, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to show you from this angle, the beer getting dispensed from the dispenser. And then you'll see that after it gets a certain amount of liquid, it will level off. In addition, I'll show a close-up shot of that beer being dispensed where you can see a little bit more clearly how the liquid in the cup almost reaches the brim and it perfectly tilts that cup back to get the perfect pour every single time. You can see here it's dropping off that first beer, and now it's going to go get 3 additional beers. Now, right now, I don't have the robot running at its max acceleration and velocities. You can play with those values, but you also need to make sure as you speed it up that you don't spill the drinks. So in this case, I have it running probably at 3/4 of the max speed that I would run it at, and each drink is taking about 40 seconds to make. So ideally, I can speed that up and get it so that each drink takes around 30 seconds or less to make, and I'll be able to do 5 drinks in less than 3 minutes. In addition to showing the beers being dispensed and put on the drop-off location over here, I'll also show you guys the user interface screen. So here's the user interface screen. You can see that it's currently making the 4th drink that I just placed, which is another beer drink. And you can see it's flashing the location where that beer is going to be dropped off. So now you can see that that 3rd beer was just dispensed out of the dispenser, and it's going to go drop it off in the drop-off location that's being denoted by the screen. Here you can see it's pouring that final and 5th drink, which again is a beer. All of these are Coronas, again being dispensed through that with a keg. The keg's just sitting underneath the desk right now, and there you have the final beer. And now what I'll do is I'll actually come grab the camera and I'll go by all the beers so you can see that they're all perfectly the same amount of liquid. All right, so let's go ahead and pan past those drinks we just made. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 beers. And then we have our mixed drink over here. So there's a top-off routine that I wrote for the dispenser over here because when it's filled, it'll fill it perfectly to the level that I want. But if it's not filled, you have less water pressure or liquid pressure in there, so you'll have to top off that cup. In the case of the beers, because I have control over the pressure via a CO2 regulator, I can get the perfect pour every time with just timing-based pours. And we can come over here and take a look at the user interface, and we can see that the middle was a basic lemonade and the rest were the tap drinks. And every single order, this is what the admin would see. They would see every single order on the screen. They have access to administrative buttons, but a user would not see this. A user would instead see something either like this, if they wanted to just have drinks, prepaid drinks, or they might see just the table, if they're taking the orders through the Square terminal. All right, in addition to being able to take the orders from the dispenser over there, i.e. new orders, we also have the ability to take refill orders. So this is the screen that you would see if you were showing a person order menu where they're not actually going to pay. It's like a prepaid, maybe it's a venue, and they just want to select what they want. Maybe the human actually taking the orders will just hit these buttons rather than doing it through the Square terminal. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to click beer. So we're going to go ahead and just do a normal beer order. So you can see it's going to come over here, grab a cup, and shoot over to the dispenser and get a normal beer. I think we just ran out of beer. So I have a small Greg keg down there, and I didn't put much beer in it, so I'm pretty sure that was we just kicked the keg there. So next I'm going to take a refill order. So this is the refill location. It's an event where we don't care, we can reuse the cups. So we're going to come over here, and we're going to click on refill drink. And because this time I said refill drink, knowing that the tap is empty, we kicked the keg. We'll come over and we'll get a normal drink. And we'll put it over next to the beer. So that's an example of a refill from the refill location. So there you have it. 5 drinks, perfectly poured. 1 from the dispenser, 4 from the tap. I have the robot. I'm going to run it at a 4th of July party that I do every year. That's going to be next week. I'm super excited for that. It'll be the debut of the robot being able to pour both normal mixed drinks and tapped beer drinks from the dispenser. I'll have mixed alcohol in here, and I will have beer in there. And with that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one.